Hello and welcome back to Beyond 50. Today I'm going to be installing a NOCO Genius, which is a 2-bank battery charger into my 2018 Yamaha. This way we'll always make sure that our batteries are all the way charged before we go out for the day, and I don't have to worry about, hey, did I drain my batteries too far by screwing around? And they also haven't been maintaining as much of a charge as I'd want. I have checked, the engines are charging the batteries up. Well, one of them, the secondary battery is not really taking an additional charge, and I'm not quite sure why yet. So we're gonna dig into that a little bit, but this will help us just ensure the batteries always maintain a proper charge. So let's get into it. I'll show you what's going on, and we'll talk about the product and why I chose this one. Okay, so part of my problem here that we can see is the boat's not started right now, and my system and my auxiliary voltage are both at around 12 volts right now. And if I start up the boat, for some reason they move where it shows, but they're both showing at 11.9, and really these should be at like 14 right now. One of the things I've kind of found though is the boat's not really telling me the truth here. So we move over and we look down here at the batteries. We're just gonna pull out the battery tester and test these out real quick. You see, actually the main battery is at 14.3, so it's totally fine. It is getting enough voltage. The secondary battery though is only at 12 volts, so it's not actually bumping up. So I do want to figure out why this battery is not taking additional charge when we start up, because the alternators are set up to send it to it. So something's a little bit wrong in the system for that. We're going to troubleshoot that a little bit later in the future. For now, we're just going to hook up this this battery charger so that we can always be charging both batteries when it's not running. All right, so this is what we got. This is a NOCO Genius. It's a GenPro10x2. In my old boat, I actually had, I think, a Gen 2, also a 2-bank 2X. And what this allows you to do is hook up a battery to 2 batteries, one on each bank, and charge them both separately. And not only will it be good for sort of charging the batteries while it's here at the dock, I can keep it sort of plugged in over the winter, and it'll just sort of maintain the health of the batteries. This will help me not burn out batteries faster over time. So it's sort of a little bit of a maintenance mode thing also. And while this was I think this was $170 on sale, I think it'll postpone me having to buy several hundreds of dollars worth of batteries over time. So really this is a bit of a probably a bit of a savings investment also. So we'll go ahead and pull this out of the box, take a look at it, and get it installed. This is pretty easy to install. I got to figure out where I want to mount it in there, but that's about it. All right, so this is the unit itself. It's pretty simple. It's got your AC plug in here, and then charging cables for each of the 2 batteries, and that's about it. So we will figure out where we're going to mount this up. I think there's a back wall there that this will sit on really nicely, and I might have to go get my drill so I can screw it in easier. This is a pretty heavy guy. This is, man, I feel like that's probably 5 pounds or so. So you are going to want to mount it somewhere, but we got plenty of room in here. I think we'll set it up against this back wall there. I think we'll turn out nicely. All right, so we're mounted up against the back wall. Little tricky getting it in there, and I used a couple of shims in there just because the screws that they provided were a little too long, and there's a ballast box right behind there. I didn't want to screw into that. So we're screwed in, we're mounted. It's pretty good. That's not going anywhere. Let's see. That's not going anywhere. So we're screwed in, it's solid. All we need to do now is connect the leads, and this is pretty basic. We'll connect positive to positive, negative to negative, and that's it. And we'll do one for one battery bank, and we'll do the other for the other battery bank. Pretty simple, pretty basic. All right, so we got everything wired in and we plugged it in, and the primary battery is already completely charged. The secondary battery is almost charged. You can see by the gauge there, so it didn't have too much to do. So this actually went pretty quick, so it's just kind of maintaining them now. I have some zip ties. We're going to do a little bit of cleanup in here. I actually wanted to do the cleanup before I did this last shot, but it was charging so fast I wanted to make sure I got a picture of it actually charging. Also, I did a little bit of research. I think the reason my secondary is not charging is this guy may be having a little bit of a problem. So that should indicate if it's receiving voltage or not, and that'll flip it to allow it to charge the secondary battery, so that you don't accidentally drain both batteries at the same time somehow. But it seems like it's not sensing correctly when the boat is sending a charge out, or the engines are sending a charge out. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. There's supposed to be a fuse here that may go bad occasionally. There's this fuse right here, and I just tested it. It is fine. So I'm not sure what else. This should be the sensor cable right here, and it's a little bit torn up. So it's possible that that doesn't have good continuity. We'll test that out, and then we'll do a little bit more testing and see if we can figure out exactly what's going on here. But I think now that we have a charger installed that's easy to install, we should be good to go. Let's do this. One other thing I noticed in the packaging for this, NOCO includes a boat hole pass-through. So it's basically a power extension or extension cable that the one end is a power plug that just mounts to the outside of your boat. It would be a nice little addition because then you could just literally plug the boat in, but you also have to drill a hole in the exterior of your boat. So I don't know quite how I feel about that. I think for now we can just run an extension cable into the boat and plug in the boat when we're done for the day, and that should get us good enough. But I think that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. It was pretty quick. This is a short informational video. I like these. This is actually the third NOCO charger I bought. I bought another 2-bank one for the boat, and I have just a 1-bank one that I have for, I don't know, you can see that little skiff back there that I use to charge the battery on that occasionally. So every time I've used them, they've been very good. They're good for maintaining batteries, and seem to work pretty flawlessly. So it's kind of a no-brainer. It was an easy install. The installation took about as long as this video took you to watch. So it's a great little addition to have in the boat, not only for this sort of like, hey, why are my batteries quite staying charged, but also that overwinter maintenance. If I left this plugged in, I don't really have to worry about my batteries getting completely drained over the winter, and that's hard on them. Even for these deep cycle marine batteries, it's not the best thing for them. So this will help sort of maintain the health of the batteries over time. All right, bye. Hey, Amy. Okay, actually, one last little bit of video. I just, after did some testing after putting everything together, both batteries are now running at 14 volts with the engine running. So it's possible that the auxiliary battery not charging was just due to maybe a bad connection that got reset as I screwed everything back together. So I think we are 100% good now, and we've got onboard charging when we're at the dock if we want it. So nice little upgrade, and everything's working as expected now. So good day.